Hello everyone, my name is Bradley. I'm Brad at everything, and today I'm going to be doing a Arcane character tier list. Now I joked about this, or someone made a comment about this around the third episode, and I decided to make it an actual thing. So Silco is a very messed up character. He's very fleshed out, very interesting, and I love seeing his transformation as he goes along, as he's still very much driven by the idea of power. And I love seeing his methods of getting power and how it drives him as a villain. A very strong villain, a very strong character. I'm going to give him the A tier. Next, we got the Bandit guy, okay? The guy who drinks the super serum in the Act 1. There's not much to say about this guy. He just kind of is there to be a bit of an asshole. He's a kind of, where do you think you're going kind of character. Also, he's a monster. And, you see in his face how the shimmer is addictive to people early on. I think he's decent for what he does. I'll give him a C tier, as I think C's average. Then we got, who's this? There's Clank, I think. Clank, or, Milo and Clank. I think that's who it is. I think this is Clank. Clank is kind of just the, side character who is there to kind of be involved in the sad backstory. However, I think he's just kind of cute, kind of funny, serves his purpose, doesn't say a whole lot. Give him a B tier. Next, we got Caitlyn. Caitlyn is the replacement sister for Powder. We see Caitlyn teaming up with Vi, and Caitlyn's a very strong female character, something that this show has got an abundance of, and I appreciate it. I feel like Caitlyn, as she goes along, she's always been kind of the underdog, and I love seeing how she goes from, being under the feet of her parents to pushing through and doing her own thing. I'm going to give her an A tier. Jinx. Okay, Jinx. So there's Jinx and Powder. I'd say I love the way that they showed how crazy Jinx is through her hallucinations, delusions, and simply all the shit that she's gone through that shapes who she is. It's amazing seeing the relationship between Jinx and Silco, and how he kind of has fed her these delusions and made her worse and kind of formed her into his own image. And Jinx is, she's a rough character. She's gone through a lot, but I love how fleshed out she is, and I think that they did a great job with her. I'm going to give her an S tier, first character in the S tier. Really like what they did with Jinx. Then we got Mel, I think. I could be completely wrong on that. She's the rich bitch who is very much, looking for... She just seems like bored rich person at sometimes, and then some other point she's much more fleshed out. I feel like if we're talking beginning of the series, she's kind of lower down, but I think as the series goes on, we learn more about her, and she becomes more interesting, especially in these last two episodes. I'm going to give her a B tier. Then we got Vander. Vander is going straight into S tier. Vander, the homie. Okay, this guy's badass. He's a good father figure. He's got a great heart. And it's interesting also seeing that he's not perfect. He's got his flaws as a character as well. They did a great job with Vander. It's really sad to see that, that was a rough time. But he's down to the end. I also really like how the fact that they highlighted that what Silco said, it was like he'll die for a cause, but you won't fight for one, and he ends up fighting for, the survival of his kids in a way. And, it's really a beautiful thing to see. Then we got Jace. Jace is a character who in the very beginning I wasn't super sure about, but as it goes along, I got to give him S tier. This guy's got a heart of gold. This guy's got, he's got the chin, all right? He's got the sex scene. He's got everything you could possibly want in Jace, okay? He's a little bit of a dick for what he does to Heimer, but at the end of the day, I think Jace is a top-notch character. I love seeing his transformation, but I also love seeing the fact that his transformation still, he remains a very humble and strong-willed character, even through all the fame and everything that he gets through his actions. Next, we got Heimerdinger. Heimerdinger is pretty solid A tier. I like him as a character. I will say that the scene that introduces him has some of the stupidest thing. I was like, oh, what a conundrum, being in prison. The mind is free, but the body is restricted. Like, dude, shut up. We get it. You're smart. He's one of the cutest characters. Tina is in love with this character. She's like, oh my God, he's so cute. I want to have him as a pet. And that's extra points right there. Victor. I like Victor. Victor's pretty cool. He goes through a lot. I'd say he's a solid A tier character, a great assistant to Jace. I love seeing how he also has a good heart, which he ends up, by the end, there's some corruption, crazy shit that goes on. It's sad to see the destruction of him, but He's still, even then, has got a good heart, and yeah, I don't know. Victor has grown on me, definitely. Then we got Milo. All right, I'm going to give Milo same tier as Clagger. Oh yeah, Clagger. That's who it is. Okay, Clagger, Milo and Clagger. They are two peas in a pod. Okay, very cute together. Very helpful. He's a bit of an asshole, but he's still, he's got his heart in the right place. He's trying, and he's good comic relief. Then we got Powder, okay? I also love the way that they did Powder. I'm going to give Powder an S tier, one of the most powerfully emotional characters who just wants to be a part of things and who fucks up everything and results in... I'm just going to put these next to each other. I feel like the result of which is a real journey to behold. Then we got Evil Scientist Man. I'm going to give him C tier. It's not because he's bad. He's just, just kind of there for a bit of story. He has his interactions with Victor. He has one scene where he's looking at the camera in episode 1, but it's not really a character that's super fleshed out. I'm going to give Echo S tier. Echo S tier. Oh wait, no, wait. They got, okay. Actually, I didn't see that. Okay, so Little Man. Let's just say Little Man's A tier. B tier. Let's go B tier. He is a bit in the very beginning, a bit of just a side character, just there, like, okay, oh, they did this. He's a very cute little emotional kid, but I gotta say, what he grows into, the badass Echo, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, we're gonna give Echo S tier. He's got one of the coolest fight scenes in the entire show. Holy shit, that shit had me on the edge of my seat. Unbelievable. And then next we got Vi. Vi S tier. Love Vi. She's such a character. Holy shit. She's got an intense backstory, but she was always a bit of a fighter. But you see, like, the scars that come from her being in jail for so long, the scars, and she's always kept her good heart, but she's tough. She is a tough character, both emotionally and physically. And it's amazing seeing her transformation as well. Then we got Benzo. I'm going to give Benzo B tier. He's funny. I like Benzo. Not a whole lot to say about him, but, he served his purpose. Then we got this bitch. Honestly, not one of them. I wasn't crazy about this character. I thought she was, like, not the strongest, like, villain person here. I just think that she turns her back on the whole thing, and she works for Silco, and she's loyal to him, but... I mean, if we're talking about characters, I think she's one of the least fleshed out and least interesting. Yeah. And then we got a Lady Enforcer. I'm going to give her A tier. Why? Because I miss her. She has such a good heart. The way she went out was awful. It was rough seeing that shit. Oh, Enforcer Dickbag, D-bag, D for D-bag. I hate this guy. I think they did a great job at showing how much of an asshole he was, and even the small parts of trying to make him likable didn't work. As this guy, he sucks. I hate him. The D tier was made for this guy. Then, of course, we got the sex shop lady. I'll give her a C tier. She also kind of just serves her purpose as the sex shop owner. Then we got Mel's mom, crazy massage lady bitch. I'm also going to give her a C tier. She's a decent character, leader of Noxus. Didn't really get a whole bunch of time with her, but yeah, she's definitely a character, a one-of-a-kind character, but yeah. Then we got the assistant. Oh, God. That shit was hard to watch. I'm going to give her a B tier. Again, it serves her purpose. And then we got this guy who, that's not what we agreed on. And then, of course, he gets, his money. And that's all for the character tier list, I guess. Yeah, this seems about right. Let's adjust it a little bit. I'd say Vi probably, like, favorite character. Vi's so badass. Vi and Jinx. I think the fact that these are the two main characters, amazing. They're dynamic together. Unbelievable. It makes the show. Then I'm surprised they don't have a young Vi, but I'd say that young Vi would also be in the S tier. I'm moving Silco up. I like Silco. I think that he's a very, for a villain, he's really strong. So honestly, all the main characters are unbelievably great. And that's about all I got to say for this. Thanks everyone for watching, and hope you enjoy the tier list. Peace out.